Hello everyone, welcome back to our channel. Today we are going to talk about something very real. How to feel instantly better. Because let's be honest, not every day feels good. Some days you feel tired, some days you feel stressed, some days you feel lost, without any clear reason. And in those moments, you don't need big solutions. You need small actions that can change your state immediately. Because your feelings can change faster than you think. You just need the right action at the right time. So, in this video, we will go step by step and understand simple ways to feel better instantly. Let's begin. Lesson 1. Burnt out. Read. The first situation is when you feel burnt out. That feeling when your mind is tired, even if your body is not. You try to focus, but your energy feels low. You feel drained, and nothing feels interesting. This happens when your mind is overloaded. Too much work, too much thinking, too much pressure. And in this state, forcing yourself to do more does not help. It makes it worse. So what should you do? Read. But not anything random. Read something calm, something simple, something that does not demand pressure. Let's go deeper. Reading helps your mind slow down. It shifts your focus from stress to something peaceful. It gives your brain a break without making you feel lazy. Imagine this. Instead of scrolling your phone, you pick up a book. What happens? Your breathing slows, your thoughts settle, your mind becomes quiet. That is healing. Reading is like meditation, but with direction. It keeps your mind engaged without overwhelming it. Also, reading gives you a new perspective. When you feel burnt out, your mind feels stuck. But when you read, you step into a different world, different ideas, different thoughts, and that creates mental space. Another powerful point, reading reduces mental noise. Burnout often comes from too many thoughts, too many things happening at once. Reading brings focus back, one idea at a time. That is why it feels calming. Also remember, you don't need to read for hours. Even 10 to 15 minutes is enough. The goal is not learning. The goal is recovery. Choose something light, a simple story, a positive book, something that feels easy. Because in burnout, you don't need pressure. You need peace. Let me give you a powerful line to remember. When your mind feels tired, don't push harder, give it a peaceful direction. So from today, when you feel burnt out, don't force work. Don't scroll endlessly. Don't overload your mind. Pause. Pick something simple to read. Let your mind breathe. Because sometimes, feeling better is not about doing more. It is about doing a right small thing. Lesson 2. Lonely. Call a friend. The second situation is when you feel lonely. That silent feeling. When everything looks normal from outside, but inside, you feel empty. You may be surrounded by people, but still feel disconnected. You may have things, but still feel something is missing. Loneliness is not about being alone. It is about feeling unseen. Let's go deeper. In today's world, we are more connected than ever. We have phones, we have social media, we can message anyone anytime. But still, people feel lonely. Why? Because connection is not about messages. It is about real presence. It is about feeling understood. It is about feeling heard. And when that is missing, loneliness grows. So what should you do in that moment? Call a friend, not text. Call. Let's understand why. Texting is slow. It feels distant. It doesn't carry emotion fully. But a call is different. You hear a voice. You feel energy. You feel connection. That changes your state instantly. Imagine this. You are sitting alone, overthinking, feeling low. You pick up your phone and call someone you trust. What happens? You start talking, you start sharing. Slowly, that heaviness inside you starts reducing because you are no longer carrying it alone. Let's go even deeper. Talking releases emotions. When you keep everything inside, it builds pressure. But when you express it, it becomes lighter. Even if the other person does not give solutions, just listening is enough. Because sometimes, you don't need advice. You just need someone to understand. Another important point. Choose the right person. Not everyone can give you comfort. Call someone who listens, someone who respects you, someone who makes you feel safe. That makes a big difference. Also understand this. You don't need a long conversation. Even a few minutes can change your mood. A simple laugh, a small talk, a normal conversation. These small moments have a big impact. Let's go deeper. Loneliness often increases when you isolate yourself. You feel low, so you avoid people. But that makes it worse. The more you isolate, the deeper the loneliness becomes. So the solution is simple. Break the pattern. Take the first step, even if you don't feel like it. Make the call, because action changes emotion. Another powerful idea. You don't always need to talk about problems. Sometimes, just talking about normal things helps. Daily life, funny moments, simple conversations. These things remind you that you are not alone. Also remember, connection is a human need, just like food, just like rest. Ignoring it creates imbalance. Respect it. Let me give you a powerful line to remember. When you feel lonely, don't stay silent. Connect, because connection heals what silence cannot. So from today, don't isolate yourself. Don't keep everything inside. Don't wait for someone to reach out first. Take the step. Call someone, speak, share. Because sometimes, one simple call can completely change your day. Lesson 3. Lazy. Reduce screen time. The third situation is when you feel lazy. That feeling when you know what you should do, but you don't feel like doing it. You delay, you scroll, you keep saying, I will start later. And that later never comes. Let's go deeper. Laziness is not always about lack of energy. Many times, it is about distraction. Your mind is overloaded with easy stimulation, endless scrolling, short videos, constant notifications. All these things give quick pleasure with no effort. And because of that, your brain starts avoiding effort. Why work hard when you can feel good instantly? That is how laziness builds. So what is the solution? Reduce screen time. Not completely, but intentionally. Let's understand why this works. Every time you scroll, your brain gets a quick reward. Dopamine, it feels good. But it also lowers your motivation to do real work. Because real work takes effort, it takes focus, and your brain compares it with the easy pleasure of scrolling and chooses the easier option. That is the problem. Now imagine this. You reduce your screen time. You stop unnecessary scrolling. What happens? Your brain stops getting constant easy rewards. At first, you feel bored. You feel uncomfortable. But slowly, your mind resets, and simple tasks start feeling easier. Let's go deeper. Boredom is not bad. It is powerful. Because boredom pushes you to act. When you are not distracted, your brain looks for something meaningful to do. That is where productivity starts. But if you keep filling every moment with your phone, your brain never gets that chance. Another important point: your attention is your power, and screen time is stealing it. Every notification, every video, every scroll breaks your focus. And when your focus is weak, your action becomes weak. That feels like laziness, but it is actually distraction. So the goal is simple: protect your attention. Let's go deeper. Start with small changes. You don't need to quit everything. Just reduce. Set limits. For example, no phone in the first hour of your day. No scrolling before sleep. Keep your phone away while working. These small steps create big results. Another powerful idea: replace screen time with action. If you remove something, you must replace it. Otherwise, you go back. Instead of scrolling, do something simple. Walk, read, organize something. Start a small task. Action breaks laziness. Movement creates momentum. Also remember, the hardest part is starting. Once you begin, it becomes easier, so don't wait for motivation. Start small. Start imperfectly. That is enough. Let's go deeper. Your environment matters. If your phone is always in your hand, you will use it. So create distance. Keep it away. Turn off notifications. Make it harder to access. This reduces temptation and makes action easier. Let me give you a powerful line to remember. Laziness is not your nature. It is the result of too much distraction. Control your screen, and you control your action. So from today, don't waste hours scrolling. Don't give your attention away. Don't wait for motivation. Reduce your screen time. Create space. Take action. Because when you control your distractions, you unlock your energy and your productivity. Lesson 4. Angry. Listen to music. The fourth situation is when you feel angry. That intense emotion, when your mind becomes hot, your thoughts become fast, and your reactions become sharp. In that moment, you feel like saying something, doing something, reacting immediately. But anger is dangerous, not because of what you feel, but because of what you do next. Let's go deeper. Anger is a natural emotion. Everyone feels it. It comes when you feel disrespected, when things don't go your way, when expectations break. But the problem is, anger reduces your control. It makes you reactive. And in that state, you often say things you later regret. So the goal is not to remove anger, but to manage it. And one of the simplest ways to do that is listen to music. Let's understand why this works. Music changes your emotional state. It shifts your mind without effort. When you listen to music, your breathing slows down. Your thoughts become softer. Your emotions start to settle. Imagine this. You are angry. Your mind is full of thoughts. You feel tension in your body. Instead of reacting, you put on your headphones and play calm music. What happens? Your focus shifts. Your mind moves away from the trigger. And slowly, your anger reduces. Let's go even deeper. Music gives your emotions a safe outlet. Instead of expressing anger through words or actions, you release it through sound. That is healthy. That is controlled. Also, different types of music create different effects. Soft music can calm you. Instrumental music can relax you. Even emotional songs can help you process what you feel. The key is, choose what helps you slow down. Another powerful idea: music creates space between emotion and reaction. That space is important, because in that space, you regain control. You think better. You respond better. Without that space, you react impulsively, and that leads to mistakes. Let's go deeper. Time reduces anger. But music speeds up that process. Instead of staying angry for hours, you calm down faster. And when you calm down faster, you protect your relationships. Because most damage happens in moments of anger. Also remember, silence alone may not work. When you sit in silence, your mind keeps repeating the same thoughts. That keeps the anger alive. But music breaks that cycle. It redirects your focus. It changes your inner state. Another important point, never take decisions in anger. Never respond immediately. Pause, step back. Use music as a tool. Let your mind settle first. Then act. Because calm decisions are always better. Let me give you a powerful line to remember. Anger is temporary, but your actions can be permanent. So pause, breathe, and let your emotions settle. So from today, don't react instantly. Don't speak in anger. Don't let emotions control your actions. Pause, put on music. Let your mind calm down. Because when you control your anger, you protect your peace and your future. This is the fourth lesson. Angry, listen to music. If you want, next I will give lesson 5. Stressed, go for a walk. Very refreshing and powerful. Perfect. Here is your lesson 5. Very long, refreshing, powerful text-to-voice style. Simple English, smooth flow, no repetition. Lesson 5. Stressed, go for a walk. The fifth situation is when you feel stressed. That heavy feeling, when your mind is full, your thoughts are racing, and everything feels overwhelming. You feel pressure, you feel tension, you feel like you have too much to handle. And in that moment, sitting in the same place, thinking more, does not help. It makes it worse. So what should you do? Go for a walk. It sounds simple, but it is powerful. Let's go deeper. Stress builds when your mind is overloaded. Too many thoughts, too many tasks, too much pressure at once. Your brain becomes crowded. And when your brain is crowded, clarity disappears. But when you walk, you create space. Physical movement changes mental state. Imagine this. You leave your room. You step outside. You start walking slowly. What happens? Your body starts moving. Your breathing becomes deeper. Your mind begins to slow down. That is the shift. Walking is not just physical, it is mental reset. Let's go even deeper. Nature has a calming effect. If you walk outside, see the sky, feel the air, notice your surroundings, your mind relaxes naturally because your focus moves from problems to the present moment. That reduces stress. Another powerful idea. Walking reduces overthinking. When you sit still, your thoughts repeat the same problems again and again. But when you walk, your mind flows. Thoughts become lighter. Solutions start appearing. Because movement breaks mental loops. Also, walking improves your body. Better blood flow, better breathing, better energy. And when your body feels better, your mind follows. That connection is important. Healthy body, calm mind. Let's go deeper. You don't need a long walk. Even 10 to 15 minutes is enough. The goal is not distance. The goal is reset. Walk slowly. Walk without rushing. No phone, no distractions. Just you and your thoughts. That creates clarity. Another important point. Walking gives perspective. When you are stressed, everything feels big. Every problem feels heavy. But when you step away, you see things differently. You realize some things are not as serious as they feel. That reduces pressure. Also remember, you don't need to solve everything immediately. Sometimes, you just need to calm your mind first. Because a calm mind solves better. A stressed mind reacts. Let's go deeper. Stress often comes from staying in one place too long. Same room, same screen, same thoughts. Walking breaks that pattern. It refreshes your system. It gives you a new start. Let me give you a powerful line to remember. When your mind feels heavy, move your body, because movement creates clarity and calmness. So from today, don't stay stuck in stress. Don't sit and overthink. Don't let pressure control you. Stand up, step outside, go for a walk. Because sometimes, the solution is not in thinking more. It is in moving more. Lesson 6. Anxious. Meditate. The sixth situation is when you feel anxious, that restless feeling. When your mind is full of what if. What if something goes wrong? What if I fail? What if I am not enough? Your thoughts start running fast. Your heart feels heavy. You feel uncomfortable, even without a clear reason. That is anxiety. Let's go deeper. Anxiety is not about the present moment. It is about the future. Your mind is trying to control something that has not even happened yet. And because you cannot control the future, your mind feels unstable. That creates anxiety. So what should you do? Meditate. Not in a complicated way, in a simple way. Let's understand why this works. Meditation brings your focus back to the present moment. Because anxiety lives in the future, but peace lives in the present. When you meditate, you stop chasing thoughts. You stop reacting to every idea. You simply observe. And that changes everything. Imagine this. You sit quietly. You close your eyes. You focus on your breath. Inhale slowly. Exhale slowly. At first, your mind is still active. Thoughts keep coming. But instead of fighting them, you let them pass, like clouds. Slowly, your mind becomes quieter. Your body relaxes. Your breathing becomes deeper. That is the shift. Let's go even deeper. Meditation creates distance between you and your thoughts. You realize something powerful. You are not your thoughts. Thoughts come and go. They are temporary. But when you believe every thought, you feel anxious. When you observe them, you feel calm. That awareness is powerful. Another important idea. You don't need long meditation. Even 5 to 10 minutes is enough. The goal is not perfection. The goal is presence. Just sit, breathe, focus. That is enough. Let's go deeper. Meditation trains your mind, just like exercise trains your body. Meditation trains your focus. It improves your ability to stay calm under pressure. So when anxiety comes, you handle it better. Another powerful point. Your breath is your control system. When you feel anxious, your breathing becomes fast and shallow. But when you slow your breath, your body calms down. And when your body calms down, your mind follows. That connection is important. Control your breath, and you control your state. Also remember, you don't need a perfect environment. You can meditate anywhere, at home, in your room, even for a few minutes during the day. Consistency matters more than perfection. Let's go deeper. Anxiety loses power when you stop feeding it. Every time you react to anxious thoughts, you make them stronger. But when you observe them, without reacting, they fade. That is how meditation works. It breaks the cycle. Let me give you a powerful line to remember. Anxiety lives in the future, but peace is always in the present moment. Focus on your breath, and you return to peace. So from today, don't fight your thoughts. Don't panic. Don't try to control everything. Sit quietly. Breathe slowly. Stay present. Because when you train your mind, you don't just reduce anxiety. You build inner peace. Lesson 7. Tired. Take a nap. The seventh situation is when you feel tired. Not just physically, but mentally. That feeling when your energy is low, your focus is weak, and even small tasks feel difficult. You try to work, but your mind is not fully present. You feel slow, you feel heavy, you feel drained. Let's go deeper. Tiredness is your body's signal. It is telling you something important. You need rest. But most people ignore it. They push harder. They drink more caffeine. They force themselves to continue. And what happens? Their performance becomes worse. Their focus drops. Their mistakes increase. Because a tired mind cannot perform at its best. So what should you do? Take a nap. A short, simple nap. Let's understand why this works. A nap is not laziness. It is recovery. It is a reset for your brain. When you sleep for a short time, your mind refreshes. Your energy returns. Your focus improves. Imagine this. You are tired. You take a 15 to 20-minute nap. What happens? You wake up feeling lighter. Your thoughts feel clearer. Your body feels relaxed. That is the power of rest. Let's go even deeper. Your brain works continuously. Thinking, processing, deciding, and just like your body, it needs recovery. Without rest, your brain becomes overloaded, and that leads to fatigue. A short nap clears that overload. It gives your brain a break. Another important idea. Quality matters more than time. You don't need long sleep during the day. Even a short nap is enough. In fact, too long can make you feel more tired. So keep it simple. 15 to 20 minutes. That is enough to reset. Let's go deeper. A nap improves focus. After rest, your attention becomes sharper. You can think clearly. You can work better. So instead of wasting time being tired, you invest a small time and gain better performance. Also, a nap improves mood. When you are tired, you feel irritated. You feel negative. But after rest, your mood becomes stable. You feel calm. That helps in everything you do. Another powerful point. Rest increases productivity. Many people think resting is wasting time. But the truth is, working while tired is wasting time because your output is low. But when you rest, you return with better energy and you do more in less time. That is smart work. Let's go deeper. Listen to your body. If you feel tired, respect that signal. Don't ignore it, because ignoring it leads to burnout, and burnout takes much longer to recover. Small rest prevents big problems. Also remember, create a calm environment. Close your eyes. Reduce noise. Relax your body. Even if you don't sleep fully, just resting helps. Let me give you a powerful line to remember. Rest is not weakness. It is preparation for strength. So, from today, don't force yourself when tired. Don't ignore your energy. Don't think rest is wasting time. Pause. Take a short nap. Reset your mind. Because when you respect your energy, you perform at your best. Lesson 8. Overthinking. Right. The eighth situation is when you are overthinking. That state where your mind does not stop. One thought leads to another. One problem becomes many. One small idea becomes a big worry. You think again and again, but nothing becomes clear. Instead, you feel more confused, more tired, more stuck. Let's go deeper. Overthinking happens when thoughts stay inside your head. They keep moving, but they don't get organized. Everything feels mixed. Everything feels heavy. And because of that, you cannot make decisions. You cannot relax. So what should you do? Write. Simple. Write your thoughts. Let's understand why this works. When you write, you take thoughts out of your mind and put them in front of you. That changes everything. Because what is inside your head feels big, but when you see it on paper, it becomes clear. Imagine this. You are overthinking. You take a notebook. You start writing everything. No filter, no structure, just write. What happens? Your mind starts slowing down because you are releasing thoughts. You are not holding them inside anymore. That is relief. Let's go even deeper. Writing creates clarity. When thoughts are in your mind, they are fast and messy. But when you write, you slow them down. You organize them. You understand them better. And when you understand your thoughts, you feel calmer. Another powerful idea. Writing separates facts from imagination. Overthinking often mixes both. You imagine things that may not even happen. But when you write, you can see what is real and what is just fear. That reduces anxiety. Also, writing helps in decision-making. When everything is in your head, you feel confused. But when you write options, you see clearly. You can compare. You can choose. That gives you control. Let's go deeper. You don't need perfect writing. You don't need grammar. You don't need structure. Just write freely. Because the goal is not to impress. The goal is to express. Even messy writing works. Another important point. Write questions. Ask yourself, what am I really worried about? What is the worst that can happen? What can I do right now? These questions bring clarity. They guide your thinking. Also remember, writing reduces mental pressure. When you keep everything inside, it builds stress. But when you write, you release it. It feels lighter, like a burden is removed. That is powerful. Let's go deeper. Make it a habit, even daily, just a few minutes. Write your thoughts, write your plans, write your feelings. This trains your mind to stay clear. Another powerful idea. Writing creates awareness. You start noticing patterns. What you think, what you feel, what repeats. And when you see patterns, you understand yourself better. That leads to growth. Let me give you a powerful line to remember. Your mind becomes clear when your thoughts leave your head and enter the page. So, from today, don't keep everything inside. Don't let thoughts control you. Don't stay stuck in your head. Write, express, release. Because when you write, you don't just clear your mind, you take control of it. Lesson 9. Sad yoga/exercise. The ninth and final situation is when you feel sad. That heavy emotion, when your energy drops, your mind feels quiet, and nothing feels exciting. You don't feel like doing anything. You don't feel motivated. You just feel low, without any clear direction. Let's go deeper. Sadness is part of life. Everyone feels it. It comes from disappointment, from loss, from unmet expectations. And in that state, your body becomes inactive. You sit more, you think more, you isolate yourself. And that makes sadness deeper. So what should you do? Move your body. Yoga or exercise. Let's understand why this works. Your body and mind are connected. When your body is still, your mind becomes heavy. But when your body moves, your mind starts to shift. Movement changes your chemistry. It releases energy. It creates balance. Imagine this. You feel sad. You don't want to move, but you push yourself, just a little. You start with simple stretching, or a short walk, or light exercise. What happens? Slowly, your body wakes up. Your breathing improves. your energy rises. That changes your mood. Let's go even deeper. Exercise releases positive chemicals. It naturally improves how you feel, without any external help. That is powerful. Even a small session and can create a big difference. Another important idea. Yoga brings calmness. It connects your breath with your body. Slow movements, deep breathing. That creates peace. When your mind is sad, you don't need intensity. You need balance. Yoga gives that. Also understand this. Action breaks emotional loops. When you are sad, your mind repeats the same thoughts. But when you move, you interrupt that cycle. You create a new state. That is how change begins. Let's go deeper. You don't need a perfect routine. You don't need a gym. You don't need heavy exercise. Start small. 5 minutes. 10 minutes. That is enough. The goal is not performance. The goal is movement. Also remember, consistency matters. Not one day, but regularly. Because regular movement keeps your mind stable. Another powerful point. Movement builds confidence. When you take action, even in a low state, you prove to yourself that you are stronger than your emotions. That builds inner strength. And that strength stays. Let's go deeper. Don't wait to feel better before starting. Start, and you will feel better. That is the key. Emotion follows action, not the other way around. Let me give you a powerful line to remember. When your mind feels low, move your body, because movement creates energy, and energy changes everything. So from today, don't stay still in sadness. Don't isolate yourself. Don't wait for motivation. Move, stretch, exercise. Because when you move your body, you lift your mind, and you take the first step towards feeling better. Your feelings are not permanent. They change. And most of the time, they change with small actions. You don't need a perfect life to feel better. You just need the right habits, in the right moments, because your mood is not your enemy. It is a signal. And once you understand that signal, you can respond better. So from today, don't ignore your emotions. Don't fight them. Don't stay stuck. Take small actions, simple actions. Because small actions create big changes. If you learned something valuable from this video, don't forget to like this video, subscribe to our channel, and turn on the notification bell. Because we bring you simple and powerful ideas to improve your life every day. And always remember, you don't need to fix your whole life. You just need to improve your next moment. I will see you in the next video.